guys. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja, just like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep a smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm going to keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to go. The nugget today is pray more than you plan. But before I get to running my mouth, let's go and do what? Shake up this manifestation jar, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Let's see. And I pulled out 2 or 3, and the first one says what? Multi-streams of income, and we'll take that all day long. It's for real. The next one says what? New business. Congratulations. And last but not least, it says what? More peace, and we'll take that too. Listen, pray more than you plan. If you do not pray more than you plan, then you will not be in the right purposeful plan for your life. Why? Because you won't be all the way aligned and connected, which means what? Your prayer life ain't gonna be on fleek, which means what? You ain't over there meditating, which means what? You ain't over there thinking positive, you ain't over there thinking possible. You just coming up with plans. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And when you step out on your plan, what happens? You get so frustrated. Why? Because you don't have the things that you need to get it done. Or you jump foot first in it, right? You dive right on in it, and then you realize you don't have this and you don't have that, and then you start getting frustrated and you start talking to God. Then you want to talk to God and say, God, what's going on? Why aren't you answering my prayers? Why aren't I manifesting? Because this business needs to get off the ground. God, where are the investors? God, I need the money for this and I need the money for that so that this plan can come together, okay? And God is saying, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I didn't tell you that was a part of your life. That ain't even supposed to be. But you still over there trying to work your plan, and it ain't gonna ever come together with a V. It ain't gonna come together. It ain't gonna come together. It's not. Why? Because it's not the plan that God has for you. Here's the thing. When you get aligned and connected, which means what? God is at the forefront of your life, moving in and through you, that you receive within your journey with some clarity. You'll begin to understand the true plan that God has for your life, which means what? God will then reveal what He wants you to do, His plan, what He wants you to do. And guess what? You won't have to worry about a thing. God will say, hey, listen, I want you to start a new business. You say, God, I ain't never done that before. Where I'm going to get this from? Where I'm going to get that from? You may get a ding dong at the door, and somebody will say, hey, listen, I just feel the need. I want to invest in you. You're like, what? Or you may get an email. You open that email and say, hey, listen, I have some extra material over here. I was trying to figure out who I can give it to, and it has something to do with the plan that God just told you about. God will provide when it's His plan. He will. You won't be over there struggling. My mother-in-law always said, poor struggler. You will not be a poor struggler over there when you are in God's plan. But the only way you're going to know if God's plan is if you're praying more than you're planning. Praying more than you're planning. Because we plan, but then God plans. God knows what you're supposed to be into in this season. Don't jump the gun and come up with your own little stuff, because you're going to be devastated. You're going to be devastated. And you're going to be blaming this person and that person. Going to be blaming your husband. Say, my husband ain't support me, or my wife ain't support me in this new business. Well, then God didn't say that was the plan. You jumped the gun. Pray more than you plan. And the more you pray, the more you meditate, guess what? God will then, like I said, begin to reveal what His plan is for your life. And what you're trying to do, what God's plan is, it's going to be less work, less headaches. You'll have the investors there when it's God's plan. You won't have to go out looking and searching, picking the wrong people as your partner for the business. When it's God's plan, He will make sure you get into the right partnership with the right people, like-minded people. And even if they're not like-minded, they're going to be in like-mindedness with God. Therefore, even though y'all may disagree on stuff, they're going to be in agreement with the plan. They may not like you so much, but they're going to love the plan that God has for your life. And they're going to invest. So you got to choose to pray more than to plan. Now, if you choose to keep planning more than you pray, you're going to be starting business after business after business. You're going to be into a whole... your friends going to be like, hey, what you doing now? How's the business going? Oh, no, I ain't in that business no more. I'm in this business. Well, how's your new fiance? No, I ain't with her no more. I'm with this right here. Well, how's the car you got? No, I ain't got that car. I got this car. You're going to be changing up. You don't want to be inconsistent. Be consistent. And the only way you can be consistent and efficient is to be in the plan and the will of God. So pray more. It's easy. You ain't got to be there all day long. The only time you're going to be in there praying a long time is when you just can't help yourself. You just ain't got in a state of gratefulness. You ain't got in a state of thankfulness. So when you said your prayer and whatnot and you prayed to God, you just want to sit a little while longer and spend some time with God, some extra time. So listen, it ain't going to take all day for you to get to the point. I remember hearing this young man, his name is, what is his name? Last name is Stevenson, Matthew Stevenson. I remember he was saying that when you go before God for prayer, you go to him dumb. You go to him so ignorant. You say, God, I don't know nothing. I don't know diddly, God. I'm coming to you for everything. And that's indeed how you have to be. You have to be totally naked, taking off everything. What you think you know, what you think you're going to get, what you think you're going to do. Get all that out your system before you approach God. Go to God knowing nothing. Don't say, God, I got a plan. Nope. Scratch that. Go before God with a clean slate and let him write down on your what? On your slate what his will and plan is for you. And like I said, watch how that thing or those things will indeed be successful. They will. Pray more than you plan and watch how your life will change. Watch how it'll change. I hope y'all got this, but if you didn't, you better do what? Rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have a masculine smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Remember to pray more than you what? Plan. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.